Hey guys, it's Will with Courtside Tennis, and today I want to talk to you about how to tell if your racket's being strung right. The first thing that we teach the guys is when to do a racket as a one piece or a two piece. A one piece is when you use one string, you don't cut it at all. You use a short side for half the mains, and then the rest, like 75% of the other string, you use for the other half of the mains and all the crosses. A two piece is when you cut the string in half before you start stringing it, and you use one half for the mains, the up and downs, and the other half for the crosses. And here at Courtside and at many other established stringers, there's a reason that we do one or the other on a tennis racket. The ultimate goal is when stringing the racket, when you finish with the mains, the slack is either going to end up top here or it's going to end bottom here. You always want to go down towards the throat of the racket because there's more support. So when you start the crosses, it's always good to start from top going down to the throat. That way there's more support at the bottom. And if you go from bottom to top, it'll slowly warp the racket outwards over time. So the easiest way to tell if your racket should be a one piece or a two piece is there's several ways of doing it. But if you have a 16 main racket inside the throat, if there's 6 grommets inside the throat, it should be a two piece. And if there's 8 grommets inside the throat, it should be a one piece. And then if you have 18 mains on a racket, it's the opposite. With 18 main rackets, if there's 6 grommets inside the throat, it should be a one piece. And if there's 8 grommets inside the throat, it should be a two piece. Other ways that you can tell if your racket's being strung right is if you hold the racket vertically up towards your eyes, it's a good way to check for double weaves. All the different squares should look uniformed. And if you kind of just hold it up like this and go around, any double weaves where you don't go up, down, up, down, up, down will kind of stand out like big mounds. The other nice things to make sure that your stringer has, if possible, is a nice electric machine. Electric machines are usually more accurate than drop weights or other kinds of machines. A really nice feature on some of the nicer machines too is a 6-point mounting system. Some of the less expensive machines only have a 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock mount. And that gives you okay support, but if you really want a lot of support on the racket while it's been strung, having these side mounts really will support the racket and will prevent it from warping over time. Other good indicators if your racket's getting strung well are the knots. All the knots should look pretty uniformed. They should be nice and tight. And they shouldn't look loose or like they're going to come undone. You should have a decent amount of slack. I always tell the employees when I'm training someone how to string that you obviously don't want the slack too small and you don't want it too long. Somewhere between the middle of the knot and the edge of the frame is a good place to have slack on a knot. Other than that, the best way to tell if your racket's getting strung too is if you use synthetic gut. You'll usually string that a little bit tighter. And then if you use polyester strings, you'll string that looser. Poly is usually strung about 3 pounds looser than synthetic gut. So usually around 53 to maybe even 50 pounds, 48 for some more advanced players. And then synthetic gut and natural guts, you'll string 55 to 60 pounds. Anyways, I hope that helped, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we would greatly appreciate it. Thanks and have a great day.